not that I was born then, but several decades ago, there was a president who used to address the nation through what he called a Fireside Chat. And he used that vehicle as a means to impart information to the community and deal with issues and programs and to motivate the country. So I'm rather impressed with that, and I think we need to do more of that, because there are issues in the community and in the country, frankly. And in order to deal with them, they have to be addressed in a positive manner and from a community perspective. So today I'm happy to be fireside chatting with an individual in this community who, like me, is very, very concerned and involved in the community. And we're going to just talk. We're going to just talk about what we're doing and several things that both of us are doing and what our purpose and our missions are in order to improve the community. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, and I'm more than a little honored to have with me today Miss Charise Stephens, who, like me, like I said, is very involved and committed to the community in an effort to improve the community. Her, from a physical fitness and other perspectives, but we're going to deal with what she is trying to do as it relates to affecting in a positive manner the fitness of the community, and me from the perspective of economic fitness, what I can do to try to improve the community from an economic perspective. How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
I'm outstanding.
Yes.
So good to see you. Carrie, you got a lot going on, and first of all, I want to congratulate you for everything that you're doing as it relates to physical fitness. Now, let me apologize and be honest. Now, I said that I was going to walk with you, but look, Charise, don't give up on me, please.
I'm not giving up.
Don't give up on me. And I realize the importance of physical fitness, and I'm sure you realize the importance of economic fitness. But just talk about what you're doing in an effort to make the community more fit and what that involves. Now, let me tell you what. The holidays are coming up.
Yes.
And I got something going on with the holidays that I'll talk about. I'm going to talk about, the silver anniversary edition of the Black Pages, and I'm going to talk about the Expo. But right now, let's talk about the physical element of it.
Yeah, I can't believe we just finished our 4th year. It just seemed like yesterday we just started, so we're going to our 5th year, and most festivals don't last past the first year. So we've already hit that milestone, and we're continuing to grow. We had about 20,000 people participate.
Now, this is the
Georgia Wellness and Fitness Festival.
Wow.
And we had satellite sites throughout the state of Georgia, from Augusta, Columbus, Statesboro, Madison, Athens.
Wow.
And then for our 5th year, we're actually going into the Atlanta market.
Okay.
We're going to play with the big boys
right.
the 5th year. But it was such a great opportunity to kind of get people out and active, eating more properly. We had 35 events from senior citizens to our kids. I mean, I'm still recuperating. Still recuperating, but it was fun. So our next year will be actually September the 3rd through the 9th, 2018.
Now, what is the main step? We all say that we want to be more physically fit and do better and live longer and feel better. I'm reminded of Scott's Pharmacy's slogan, be fit, do better, look better, something of that nature, which makes a lot of sense.
Right.
So what would be your advice to the community and to the individuals in the community that would kind of help us to kind of be more cognizant, if you please, of the importance of physical fitness?
Yeah. I would just tell people small steps make a big difference. So don't go crazy. If you haven't worked out in a while, I'm going to do a marathon, I'm going to do this 5K. Just start with maybe that week drinking all water and giving up that sweet tea just for that week. And then that's what I did, because I love some sweet tea. So when I first started, it was really hard that first week just to drink water. But as I started doing it, I started getting really used to it. So my advice is just have simple goals to start. You know, you may just want to park your car a little bit further to your office to walk, you know, just little things. And then you start getting into the mode. And I know a lot of people say they see me walking downtown. And that's what I do. If I have a meeting downtown, I don't get back in my car.
I'm walking.
I walk. I'll be walking. That's why I took off them high heels I had on earlier.
Right. Well, that's so very important. And again, I want to congratulate you. And really, it kind of ties in. The thing that's really amazing is that, I mean, there are ways to approach initiatives in the community and problems in the community from both a community perspective and an individual perspective. And I'm saying that because not only as it relates to physical fitness and as it relates to economic development, but there are other issues in our community, and we both are always encouraging people to get involved and to work together and to show somebody once said, if it is to be, it's up to me. And then we need to kind of use that approach in what we're doing. So can I tell you, you know, you want to know anything?
I want to know some stuff because I'm going to tell you something. What has intrigued me, if you can see this is a puzzle piece, and this man right here, he fixed the whole puzzle together.
Oh,
and
wow.
This is such a fitting capture because you bring so many economic development opportunities to these small businesses. So can you tell us about your silver
first of all,
anniversary edition?
Since you're bragging on that cover,
Yeah.
This cover was done, and it's important, by a young lady who took graphic communications at Hutchins Career Center.
What?
And she just graduated, and that was her concept. And she did it. And what I asked her to do, because our purpose with this edition was to acknowledge, and you know, it's our silver anniversary edition. We've been in business just a little more than 25 years, but we printed a special edition for the silver anniversary. And not only as it relates to Alex Habersham and the Black Pages, but our purpose was to acknowledge individuals in the community, and we've got a little bio of many of them, you know, to kind of acknowledge and recognize the fact that they have been able to withstand the test of time as it relates to being in business. And the thing that's interesting, ladies and gentlemen, about mostly all of these people is that not only are they involved in their business, they are also involved in the community. So that was another purpose, was to try to encourage. You know something, Charise? We don't use the self-help approach enough in our community.
We don't.
So one of the objectives of the edition is to, you know, invest in our own community to the extent that we go and patronize, you know, the businesses, both minority and majority, that support our community. Because what happens is we utilize the resources that we have and invest in other resources like African American businesses and other businesses that are concerned about the community, then a rising tide raises the whole ship. Right. So I encourage everybody, you know, you can get a copy of the publication, 478-464-0074 to pick up a copy of the edition. And I got something else coming up. You're supposed to say, what is it?
Yeah. But before you do, I'm going to say, you've done all the hard work. It's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? You look through here and you have different categories. And you really support these businesses. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I'm sorry. I'm not going to look through it now.
Yeah, you know, look,
I already got mine.
this is a call to action.
A call to action.
Hosted by Miss Charise Stephens and Alex Habersham. And what we're doing, we're just having what I term a Fireside Chat as it relates to a couple of issues in the community, both physical fitness and economic development, and we both, are just very, very concerned and interested in, improving the community, and we are equally, or even maybe more interested in getting other individuals involved in making this a better community. What was I finna talk about?
Well, you were finna tell me about the Holiday Expo.
Oh, yeah, you remember.
Because I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 50 cents for ice cream today. Look, the holidays are coming up. And one of the reasons that we are having this program today is that we want to encourage individuals and drive them in a certain direction as it relates to the holidays. So I'm going to let you talk about eating during the holidays. You talk about that, and then I'm going to talk about spending.
Yeah. So holidays are really tough because we live in the South, and we have a lot of good home cooking food. And one thing I've noticed being in the fitness industry for a while, that a lot of people fall off during the holidays. And I totally understand that. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to do a couple Thanksgiving turkey burns, and we're going to have the first ever kids only yoga. So we got a couple activities to get people active during that time. But yeah, you got to portion control. I know it's a lot of good food, but just portion control.
I want to ask you a question about that. I really do. So you're saying how much you eat is just as important as what you eat.
Right.
So I mean, if you could learn to not eat as much, then that would help you to.
See, that's a good first start. So a lot of people they try to. I'm going to eat kale, and if you haven't ate kale, you're not going to be successful. So I say start off just portion controls. Chew a little bit more, drink water in between. Those simple little steps, and then once you start getting your portion control, then you can start being a little adventurous and trying different types of food. So portion control is like the great first step.
So in other words, everybody can be more conscientious right now.
Right.
You can start.
Especially during the holidays.
Especially during the holidays. Well, I think that's very, very important. And as a matter of fact, if there are any food vendors out there, we're going to have booths.
I was going to ask you that. What about the food?
Yeah. Well, we're going to have food at the Expo, but what we would like to do is if there are any food vendors out there who got healthy food, then I suggest that you purchase a booth, because that will be good for your business and good for the community. Additionally, Charise,
yes,
I want to encourage retailers, people who got products, and we're going to talk about services too. But there are several individuals who are part of network marketing. They got products. You got clothing stores. You got shoe stores. You got cosmetics. Just several things. You got car dealerships. We can't get them into Tubman, but you can certainly park them outside.
Oh, so it will be at the Tubman?
Oh, yeah, we're going to be at the Tubman.
Okay.
It's on November the 14th.
November 14th.
From 6 to 10. And I want to encourage, because we can uplift this community. We can become familiar with the businesses, but we want to encourage the businesses, and a lot of people tell me, I'm jumping around, but last time I checked, a lot of people tell me, well, I can't afford to advertise. Well, I'm saying you can't afford not to. The reason you can't afford to is because you don't. So this would be an excellent opportunity to, kind of show and promote your business and to get in the holiday spirit.
But I like it because it's like one-stop shopping.
Right,
we're all super busy,
right.
And to have that variety there, I'm gonna do my Christmas shopping.
Okay, yeah, that's it. And the other thing about it, if you got items and products for sale, then people will come and and do a little Christmas shop. We may even have a wrapping station. I don't know. I'll check to see. But we certainly want to do that now. Not only for the holidays, But I mean, just just all during the year, we want to try. Watch me. We want to try to create economic conscientiousness. Which means that if you can begin to realize the impact that economic development has on our community, and the impact that individuals have. For example, if you spend $100 a week, and just try to make a conscientious effort to kind of support some of those small businesses that's got the product and services that you need, then if 5,000 people did that, spent $5,
oh, wow.
That would have a phenomenal economic impact. We're going to talk some more about physical fitness and the black pages, but we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
www.makingblackpages.com.
We're back. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, and today, other times too, but today that the name of this show is particularly important because what we are trying to do is to generate and incite and initiate some actions on the part of the community. You from a physical fitness perspective and me from an economic perspective. So let's talk a little bit more about physical fitness. Specifically, talk about some of the activities that you had with the fitness festival.
The great thing this year, it was so diverse. So we had like a free 5K in partnership with First Baptist Church. So we had people who've never been to 5K, didn't have to pay anything, was able to participate. We gave out awards, which was great. I had Miss Aisha McGowan. She is one of the only few black cyclists in the world. She's from California. She came here to Macon.
Wow.
So we were super excited. People are able to do paddleboard yoga for the first time.
What?
On the paddleboard yoga. That's when my hair is all curly. I had it straight until I fell into the Omega River. But for the first time ever, we had paddleboard yoga, and it was so much fun.
YOGA. Yoga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so we were on the water, and we had a canoe, and then they were literally doing different types of yoga poses, and it really strengthened your core.
Wow.
It was exciting. We had healthy eating demonstrations, and of course, we kicked off with the Labor Day race. So we had something for everybody. And the only thing I hate that our hip hop showcase was canceled because of the weather.
Wow.
But we're going to be redoing it in the latter part of October.
Wow.
And that event, we have a couple thousand people at that. Wow. But other than that, everything else was great.
Wow. Well, congratulations again, and it's it's just so good. I want to talk about two things.
Yes.
More. I want to talk about community support, and individual support. So how was your organization supported by the community?
It's a mixed bag, but I think going into the 5th year, what I decided to do is just diversify, and that's why we have many cities. And sometimes people get tired of the same thing sometimes, so you just gotta switch it up a little bit. But I think this year, because we had other host cities, it was a different type of excitement. And then next year when we add like our capital, Atlanta,
oh, wow.
I think it's going to be a whole nother level. So yes, I need more support, but it's getting there.
But you're going to get it.
It's getting there,
You're going to get it. Macon is a very, very bandwagonish town.
Yeah.
And a lot of people sit back and look into that band, the wheels start to turn. But once the wheels start to turn, they come running.
Yeah.
And they jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I've been pulling it up. I'm ready to go down the hill.
So congratulations again
Thank you,
on
sir.
all that you do. And that kind of ties in with what I'm saying about the community from an economic perspective. And like the example that I gave about conscientiously spending some of that money in your own community. Right. And then it's not rocket science, frankly, to talk about the advantages of doing that. First of all, I've got a young person from the community hired, in my business. She's 18, just turned 18.
Oh, wow.
And then but I wouldn't be the only one. So as we kind of uplift these small and minority businesses, then that improves the entire community. I interviewed the sheriff and about these crimes and murders that we have in our community. And I asked him, hey, Sheriff, what are the contributing factors to that? He said hopelessness and despair, you know. And I think that the business community would be an excellent vehicle to address this hopelessness, because what these individuals do who are in business, if they had more money, you know, more people shop with them, then they can serve as mentors for these young people in the community. They can hire some of them, and I'm sure that the sheriff is going to have a table at the Expo, because there are some things going on during the holidays that he probably wants to address to the community, so we'll do that.
And I do want to add, like, one of the projects that I've been so excited with, the Pleasant Hill area, they have hired people from the neighborhood. And even me driving through there now, like you were talking about the hopelessness and despair, I see hope. You know, they're included in the process and they're making money. You know, it's kind of like you see all these new buildings coming up, but your pockets haven't changed,
right,
you know?
Right.
So I can see how you can have that feeling of being left out.
And I'm glad you said that, because I got an analogy that works as it relates to economic development. And that's the name, what you call that thing that Frank Austin is doing?
Shalom Zone?
Yeah, not just the Shalom Zone, but what they are doing in the neighborhoods by planning. You know, they farming, they taking
community garden. Yeah,
the community gardens, what I was trying to say. So what they are doing, see, look, that's a phenomenal example of self-help and lifting yourself up by your own bootstraps, because there are things that one can do to improve not only him or herself, but the community. And that same principle, you know, applies to economic development in our community. I cannot sing the song, the Macon, Middle Georgia Black Pages enough, not because I'm the publisher, but because I realize and I see the importance of economic development in our community. Right. And what it takes is a conscientiousness. Hello. A conscientiousness on the part of our community to spend more money in our community and with businesses that are listed here, as much as you can. And then we're going to have,
I was going to ask you too, if a company wanted to get in contact with you, because I know right now this is published and they wanted to market with you, what would be a good first step?
Now, people are going to think, I paid you to ask me that.
I know they're going to ask. Like,
well, we are, not only do we publish the Black Pages, but we are truly a marketing and business development company. You know, we've got a database, an email database that with over about 14,000 emails on it. We've got the internet. We do that. We do social media marketing. We do event planning, and we even assist businesses with tying into resources that are available to business, like the advertising grant through Main Street Macon. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, like I told the sheriff, the last thing I said when I talked to the sheriff and I looked at the camera as it relates to the community and as it relates to the possibility of community involvement, I said, just don't stand there, do something. You know, and we can use that approach. And I want to quickly say, can I say that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thank you. I want to quickly say that this event is going to be a holiday expo and consumer business mixer. You know, so everybody may not want a booth. I suggest you get one. But everybody may not can get a booth, and everybody may not be in business. But this is a community event. So I don't want to give the impression that you got to have a booth or you got to be in business. the
You want
coming
people to
team.
come.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
people to come because I mean, you know, it won't help that perfume company to buy a booth if you don't come and try to smell a little better, you
right.
know. So, but that's on November the 14th at 6 o'clock at the phenomenal Harriet Tubman Museum. And I need to plug them. If you have not been to the Tubman, shame on you. No, not really. But this gives you an opportunity to come and to see that beautiful facility in the Rotunda. Gives you an opportunity to support your community. It gives you an opportunity to buy products from.
And I do want to tell you, my
Go ahead.
birthday is November 16th, so
Okay.
that's perfect timing. 2 days.
Then we're gonna sing happy birthday. We're gonna sing happy birthday to Charise. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to just kind of wrap up what you're doing.
Well, we're just trying to engage the community. We don't want another
Oh,
Dallas.
we better tell people how to find out more information about
Okay.
both your company and my company.
Okay, our corporate office is at 555 Poplar Street in downtown Macon. We're actually going to be opening up a satellite office in Atlanta at the beginning of the year because we're expanding there. They can go to our website, which is gafitfest.com. They can call us at 478-747-7920. You can holler in the street, "Fitness lady." But we want your ideas and we want your participation, like you said. You know, we don't want another Dallas Center opening here in Macon, Middle Georgia.
Absolutely.
We want to get our people healthy.
Yeah, and well, congratulations again
Thank you, sir.
on a phenomenal job. You've hit the ground running, no pun intended.
Literally.
Yeah. And so we really appreciate it. And we want to encourage everybody and remind you that we're going to have a holiday expo and business and consumer mixer at the Harriet Tubman Museum on November the 14th, starting at 6 o'clock. And if you want to find out more information, you can go to www.maconblackpages.com. Matter of fact, you can find businesses on that site. You can email me at habersham@maconblackpages.com. You can call at 478-464-0074. We'll send you a form to register, and you can fill it out and what. But if you need any more information, please, about the expo, about the Black Pages, we will have books available at the expo. We're going to encourage all of the people who are honored here, you know, to come and participate in the expo. But we just want everybody to come. We're going to have a fun time. I want to give a shout out to Georgia Fitness Festival and Miss Charise Stephens, you know, for all that you do. And please call us. Participate in the expo. The number again is 478-464-0074. We want you to be fit and be economically conscientious. Have a great day.